So the topic is alternating current. Simply we can say it will be AC. How the AC will be produced we are learned in the previous class. So the AC generator or AC alternator, it works on the principle of induction. Okay, inductance. Okay, for every half rotation of the coil, the direction of current will be changes. So that's why it is called alternating current. Generally, alternating current means a current whose magnitude changes with the time and direction, reverse periodically. So they are called alternating currents. The important topics in alternating current is the first one about transformer. So what is a transformer? What is the working principle of transformer? So okay, how many types of transformers are there? Where we have to use these transformers? These are the important topics. So okay, one by one we have to learn. So the first one, how can we define a transformer? Generally, transformer is a device which can convert low alternating current into high voltages into high alternating current of low voltages, vice versa. So there are two types in a transformer. So first one is step up transformer. Second one is step down transformer. So let us see what is the working principle of transformer. Works on the principle of mutual inductance. So let's see the diagram of transformer. What are the important parts in the transformer also we have to learn. So this is the core made with a number of thin rectangular metal plates. Okay, this side. See the left side, it will be primary coil. Right side also it contains one more coil like this. So it consists two coils and a core. So primary coil and secondary coil. If number of turns in the primary will be N1, number of turns in the secondary will be N2. If N2 greater than N1, that means number of turns in secondary coil greater than number of turns in primary coil, that will be step up transformer. So suppose if number of turns in primary is greater than number of turns in secondary, it will be step down transformer. There will be two types of transformers. So it works on the principle of mutual inductance. What are the important parts in the transformer? Is primary coil, secondary coil. They are connected either side of this core. Core is made with thin rectangular metal plates. They are laminated one above the other, insulated and laminated. Okay, if a primary input AC is applied to this primary coil, so AC EMF will be changes with time. Due to change in AC, EMF is produced in the secondary coil due to the flux linkage. The magnetic flux linked with the coil will be changes. Due to this, EMF is produced in the secondary coil. So here, how do you find this ratio of transformer? That means V secondary to V primary is equal to minus N secondary change in flux with change in time by minus NP change in flux with change in time. This will be cancelled. Therefore, Vs by Vp is equal to Ns by Np, or V2 by V1 is equal to N2 by N1. Here, Vt is the EMF of secondary, V1 is the EMF of primary, number of turns in the secondary, number of turns in primary. This is the transformer ratio. Okay, so next, where this we have to use these transformers, where we have to use this step down and where we have to use this step up. Generally, step up transformers are mainly used at power generating station. So we are discussed in previous class, power generation will be in Andhra Pradesh mainly two types, that will be hydroelectric power and thermal power. In hydroelectric power, kinetic energy of water is used to rotate the turbines. Turbines are connected to the dynamo. When turbine is rotated, so alternately this dynamo will be rotated, producing alternating currents. So this alternating current with high alternating currents are produced. Suppose these high alternating currents are sent to these pylons or to the transmission. So this current will be increases the heat. That means current produces the heat, because we know the relation Q directly proportional to I square. Here Q is the quantity of heat, it directly proportional to I square. That means if current increases, quantity of heat produced in the pylons also increases. So it will be, that means most of the current will be changes into heat and it gets wasted, because we know that heat will be transmitted mainly by three types: conduction, convection and radiation. So okay, mainly in solids, this heat transfer will be takes place by the method of conduction. So that means most of the current will be changes into heat and gets wasted from higher temperature pylons to lower temperature. That means with the surrounding air. So to avoid this, so the current will be decreases and voltage will be increases. This work will done by this step up transformer. That means quantity of current will be decreases. So if quantity of current will be decreases, quantity of heat will be produced will be also decreases. So voltage will be increases. So then this will high voltage current, high voltages will be passes through the pylons. When it reaches our local areas, there we have to use this step down transformer. So what this step down transformer will do? So the high voltages will be converted into low voltage, and low currents will be increased to high currents. That means our all household circuits will work at 220 volt supply. This step down transformer will make the high voltage into low voltage 220 volts or 230 volts. So okay, so this transmission is called effective power transmission. That means reduces the losses due to heat. This will be reduced by using these two types of transformer, mainly step up transformer and step down transformer. So step up transformer, number of turns in secondary will be greater than number of turns in primary. In step down, number of turns in primary greater than number of turns in secondary. And also there is a relation between these two and also current. So V2 by V1 is equal to N2 by N1, that is equal to I1 by I2. This is the transformer formula, where V2 and V1 are EMFs produced at primary and secondary. N2 and N1 are number of turns in the primary and secondary coils. I1 and I2 are the currents in the primary and secondary coils. Okay, next topic. So mainly a transformer only works on AC, not on DC. Okay. Once again, transformer consists a metallic core. This generally core prevents the losses. Okay, and the primary coil, secondary coil. So this core made with laminated sheets, rectangular thin metal rectangular plates. They are laminated one above the other. If you apply AC EMF at the primary coil, so AC input will be changes with time due to this magnetic flux linked with the coil with the secondary will also changes. So due to this, EMF is generated at the secondary. So okay, it works on the principle of mutual inductance. So what is the transformer ratio? We also learned. So there is a simple problem they are given on this transformer ratio for 2 marks. We have to solve the problem now. A simple problem they are given. A transformer converts, note down this problem. Converts 200 volts AC into 2000 volts AC. Calculate the number of turns. Calculate the number of turns in the secondary if the primary has 10 turns. So read the problem carefully. Transformer converts 200 volt AC into 2000 volts AC. Calculate the number of turns in the secondary. That means we have to calculate the number of turns in secondary, N2. So primary has the 10 turns, N1 is equal to 10. Okay, transformer 200 volt AC into 2000 volts. V1 is equal to 200 volt. V2 is equal to 2000 volt. Okay, so by using transformer formula, we can calculate this problem. What is the transformer formula? V2 by V1 is equal to N2 by N1. V2 is equal to 2000, V1 is equal to 200, N2 I don't know, N1 is equal to 10. Here zeros are cancelled, here it will be 10 times. Okay, N2 equal to 10 into 10, 100. So okay, therefore number of turns in the secondary will be 100 turns. Here N2 100, N1 10. That means N2 greater than N1. That means the given transformer is step up transformer. Because in the step up transformer only number of turns will be, secondary will be greater than number of turns in primary. So once again, transformer converts 200 volts AC into 2000 volts AC. Calculate the number of turns in the secondary if the primary has 10 turns. N2 we have to calculate, question mark. N2 means number of turns in the secondary. N1 is number of turns in the primary. V1 EMF across the primary, EMF across this secondary. What is the transformer formula? V2 by V1 or Vs by Vp. That means EMF of secondary to EMF of primary, and the number of turns in secondary to number of turns in primary. So from this we get the number of turns in the secondary coil will be equal to 100 turns. That means number of turns in primary coil will be only 10. N2 greater than N1. So the given transformer is step up transformer. Next problem. Note down the next problem. A light bulb rated at 100 watt for a 220 volt supply. Find the resistance of the bulb. find the resistance of the bulb. First case. Second case, B case. Find the RMS current through the bulb. Root means square value, current through the bulb. So, okay, here what they are given, look the problem. Light bulb rated at 100 watt. Watt means it is the unit of power. Power they are given 100 watt. Voltage will be 220 volt. Find the resistance of the bulb. How do you find the resistance? Generally, power P is equal to voltage into current. So, okay, so apply Ohm's law in household circuit. So all are parallel combination. That means voltage will be same, current will be divided. Generally V, I, R. Okay, voltage will be same, current will be divided. I is equal to V by R. That means it becomes V square by R. That means P and R are inversely proportional. If resistance increases, power dissipated will be decreases. So, okay, P is equal to V square by R. Find the resistance of the bulb. How do you find the resistance from this formula? R is equal to V square by P. V square, V value they are given 220 square by P value they are given 100. That means the value will becomes 220 into 220 by 100. 0, 0 becomes cancelled, 0, 0 becomes cancelled. That means it becomes 22 and 22. 4, 4, 4 and 4. 484. That means resistance value 484 ohms. So this is the first case we have to done. So here P value 100 watts, voltage will be 220 volts. Power formula, it is the product of voltage and current. So generally in a household combination, in a household appliances all will be connected in a parallel. So in parallel combination, voltage will be same, current will be divided. So voltage will be same, current will be as V by R. It becomes V square by R. R is equal to V square by P. Substitute the value, V value 220, it will be square, 220 square by 100. Finally we get resistance value will be equal to 484 ohms. Then what is the second B case? How do we find the B case? RMS current through the bulb. Current, so generally power is nothing but V dot I. Then current will be I is equal to P by V. P value they are given 100, V value will be equal to 220. That means 10 by 222, then 5 by 11. Okay, so 5 by 11, the value will be equal to 0.45. So current will be in amps. So the second case, generally power P is equal to V dot I is equal to P by V, P equal to 100, V is equal to 220. So then current I is equal to 0.45 amps. This is the second case, RMS current through the bulb.